Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast. This is the second part to the Rate Your Physiques episode. Apologies if you weren't on the first part, and apologies if you're not on this second part either, because we have got quite a lot still. So we might end up having a third part, maybe a fourth part if people keep sending them in, because a fair few people messaged me after, like, can you do mine next time? So thank you for sending them in. I have added them onto the chat. But yeah, I mean, it'll probably be maybe not even on this episode that we get around to those. Reese has been away. He's been in Madrid. We've just been chatting about it and a couple of funny stories. So I've been coughing because I've been ill. Um, and I'm literally coming back from the dead to do this podcast. So I hope you're all really grateful that I've made the effort to be here today because I slept from 9 p.m. till 3 p.m. on Saturday. 18 hours of sleep, which is not a joke as well. I actually did that. I've never slept that much in my life, but I'm pretty much okay now. Reese is back. Do you want to update anyone on Madrid?
Based off the stories I told you, probably not.
Go
Um,
do the stories you've just told me in like 10 seconds, just because it'll be funny. The first one about
uh,
the girl.
okay.
You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds, go.
I had a big, overpowering 6 foot, probably two, BBL'd up girl approach me and just stand over my shoulder and wait for me to speak to her. And I didn't say anything. And I bottled it because I was scared. And
Okay,
then
and then the second one.
ordered the five guys on Uber Eats and a guy called Lucas who signed up in January. This year at my
Signed up for coaching.
Yeah, at my five guys. Didn't get my five guys. Waited till 1:30 a.m. Got a refund luckily, but like I said, he grabbed the five guys and ate it. I think it just didn't come. So yeah, Madrid's
So
great, guys.
they're the two stories.
Yeah. To be fair, there were a few other ones, but like those were the two highlights. Madrid was really good. I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, there was a few funny stories, which yeah, that's that. I bet everyone's the first one's so vague. But what the fuck is that? Like,
Yeah, that's good.
that's what you're gonna get. That's what
I
you're
had a
gonna
half
get.
an hour version of that, guys.
Yeah. On more positive news, Finn, you finally changed out your natural physiques hoodie into another natural physiques hoodie.
Yeah. I've got to wear it, mate. I'm repping the brand.
Look at it. Yeah.
This is the grey, Marl grey,
Mhm.
for those interested. I mean, they're not available right now, although they were at the meetup. Had a fair few clients cop one
Yeah,
at the meetup. Looked pretty cool, didn't it? The clothing on the rail, the
yeah,
t-shirts and the
no,
hoodies
man.
and stuff.
You brought Yak in like a grand. Put on his
I know,
clothes.
mate. I know it was the most money he's ever made that day. Obviously, a lot of it was day passes from
Yeah,
my or our clients, and then a good amount of it was from people buying clothing, and then Jakob sent me the money. Um, after I messaged him every 5 seconds, like, mate, send it
yeah.
now, send it now.
Send me the money.
Um, so yeah, it was good. Yeah, I won't properly go into the meetup because this is like a Rate Your Physiques episode, but the meetup was great. Thank you to Jakob and Mel and Be Modified for obviously letting us host it there, and then thank you to the boys at Natural Physique Coaching for helping out, and then obviously all the clients that came and their friends and family that they brought and stuff. It was mint. It was really really good, and then I got ill. So thank you all for making me ill. Never
What
doing a
was the
meetup
highlight?
again.
What was the highlight of the weekend, mate? What was your? You could take one thing from the weekend.
The highlight of the whole weekend.
Did you see my interview, by the way?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm not posting that.
Upload it? Oh, mate, come on, upload it. Tag me. Invite me as a collab, bro.
No,
Why not?
I know we love reels, but I'm not posting that.
Why
You're
not?
taking the piss out of natural bodybuilding. That's not what we're about at Natural Physique Coaching.
I got asked, Sam was going around, and I actually told Sam off because Sam was only interviewing your clients. And I was like, it's natural physique coaching. You need to get some of Josh's clients and Noah's clients. And he was like, oh, yeah, I probably should. That was actually Sam's like exact like thought process. Then he just comes up to me, Reese,
I
interview.
told him. I said go around and ask everybody.
He said, Reese, interview. And then he just says, like, what do you think of natural physique coach? Or what do you think of like, what's your highlight of today? And I'm like, being with so many like-minded individuals striving towards peak natural bodybuilding perfection or something like that. I thought I answered quite well. I thought it was a really good interview.
It was a decent interview, but I'm not posting it.
Send it to me. I'll post it.
No, you won't.
And I'll invite that physique coaching as a collab.
Yeah, we won't accept. I'll make sure we don't accept. Admin man won't accept it. No, the highlight. I can't pick one highlight. It was just that good, mate. No, it was just seeing everybody and the community. We're all taking the piss out of saying community because it's like such a buzzword, isn't it? Where you're like, oh, it's just such a great community, community, community. So yeah, my favorite part was saying community 1,000 times.
remember Sanaa saying that to me in like her first prep. She was like, I'm so excited just to get involved like in the community of bodybuilding. I was like, you'll all hate each other. Everyone's nice. Like no one cares. You're on your own on stage. And she was like, what? No, mate, all the girls are so supporting. I was like, yeah, well, if you beat them, they won't be. And then if they beat you, you'll be salty. Like, just don't bother. And then I think like maybe after the prep, she was like, yeah, you're right. Like they are. And I'm like, yep,
And
bodybuilding boys.
she's all of her friends that she had back then now. She
Yeah.
hates in bodybuilding.
Well, no, they all hate her because she won everything somehow. Crazy.
Yeah,
I, to be fair,
God,
I'd hate her now if I competed against her. I'd be like, how the fuck has she beat me? What the
I
fuck?
know. That must be what people feel like when I won. But,
Yeah. Especially that Nick Senior. Home mate. No wonder
yeah.
he lost his head after that
Fuck
show.
you, Nick. Fucking hate Nick.
We're a podcast who absolutely hate Nick Senior as a collective.
Nick Senior. We have to get him on and just be horrible to him.
Yeah.
We should get him on and like what is it like? Is it called like schoolyard insults or something? It's like a thing that celebrities do where they just like it's like they've got to keep a straight face and insult each other until one of them laughs. We got to do that.
Yeah. That'd be
But
epic.
his would be
I'll be
easy
the
because it'd just be
moderator.
like Australian ones. Those of anything Australian, I'd just
Yeah. I'll be the
any
moderator.
generic insult.
And then you can just throw insults at each other. And then, like,
Yeah,
if none of you break, you just keep going until one of you dies, which would be Nick because he takes gear and he'll probably die soon.
yeah.
Well, you'll be doing it in 1,000 years. You could be 1,000 years later
I'm
still
immortal.
still firing these insults out. Right.
To be fair,
Sorry.
that would
Back
actually be
down.
that'd be a funny like sub series for us to get. Like when there's any beef on, like any beef in the world of bodybuilding. Like obviously, me and Nick don't have beef,
Do you
but
not?
like no, no, we're best of
Nick
bros.
hated you after that show. He came up to me and he was like, "Yeah, same what happened to you, bro. I'm just too big for men's physique." And I was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, definitely." And then he was fuming. Pepper's got
Yeah,
on.
he wasn't happy, but I don't think he hates me now. I mean, he
No,
might do. I feel like he might be over it by
I'm
now.
gonna message him and do what most people do. I'm gonna try and message him. Hey, Nick, I've heard that you hate Finn. Is this true? And see like if you end up like going behind someone's back to chat to them, like see if like I can get beef and be like, Finn, Nick said this
Yeah,
about you.
then we'll have to get it on the podcast. We should just be. To be fair, that's what a lot of news pages are, aren't they? They just report
Yeah,
about beef. You see that fight that Patrick Moore had?
yeah. I didn't watch it any more than the first punch where then like the
Yeah,
guy around the back goes. I just was like, oh, click off it. I don't know. Did he win? Did he lose?
I
What?
don't know. I didn't watch much of it either.
Yeah, I find it
Right.
crazy how people get invested in all that sort of stuff. It's
Should we
mental.
do the rate your physiques?
Yeah. Oh, mate, have you heard about our guest for Thursday, James Hollingshead? He's explaining why he's leaving JP Gym.
Yeah, we've got him on, yeah?
Yeah, got him on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Okay, guys, stay tuned for that one.
stay tuned. Right, mate. Jesus Christ. Right, I'll carry
Sorry.
on. So
Sorry, guys.
we got CYRXSSSSS
Cyrus.
Cyrus for the OYIYI rage your physiques. Okay, rage, but it's really angry. 19 years old, 5'9", 72 to 73 kilos. In these wrapped up pre-prep, prep is back at the end of April, aiming for the later shows. Let's have a look at CYRSSSSS. If we can get it up. There it is.
There we go. Sorry. So this is Cyrus. He was at the meetup. He's Josh's client.
Squid
Um,
Game season 3 winner, I've heard.
can't say that's racist.
Oh,
Sorry, Cyrus.
sorry.
I was when he posed, Josh said that he'd had like a really bad week, like some stress and stuff. So when he posed at the meetup, he didn't look his best. That's what Josh said. I didn't really like overanalyze him because he was posing when obviously some of my guys were posing as well. I think this is, did he say it's the end of his pre-prep that? Yeah, these wrapped up a pre-prep.
Can I say something very controversial? And this is just me being honest. He's like, when you hear like, oh, he's had a really bad week, stress or this. Firstly, he's not lean enough to. He's lean, but he's not really, really lean. He's not shredded. And secondly, he's not got enough muscle to the point where it's going to be really too noticeable. Like I always find, like those excuses always seems to.
No, Josh wasn't saying it as an excuse. He was just saying like Josh literally said he was like he was definitely a bit watery because he's had a stressful week.
Yeah, no, but I always find like I think nowadays it's like like when you diet when you were like 17, 18, you never thought you were flat because you didn't know what flat was. And now like you diet and you're like within 3 weeks, like, oh yeah, going through that flat and fat stage, bro.
Yeah.
Best. And it's like that never existed when you were 17, 18, when you got into training, like when we did, like properly. And like nowadays I feel like it's like, oh, I'm stressed, I'm gonna look shit. And sometimes I remember in preps, so I'd have like real high stress days and sometimes I look fucking awesome. And then I've other days where I'm like, feel great, look awful. What's happening?
Yeah.
And
A
like
lot of
that's
it is psychological as well, isn't it? You'll have a day where you think you should look good and you don't, or you
and then
look at
you
your
view it
shots and
more
you think you
negative.
look shit, but you actually do.
Yeah.
You actually look good. Like, anyway, that's off topic. So this is Cyrus. He's 19. This was the end of a pre-prep. In terms of like when I saw him, like I say, when I saw him in person, he was posing next to Brandon, who we covered in the last episode. Um, and Brandon's a little bit shorter than him, definitely leaner, and probably a little bit more well muscled in not all areas, but most areas. Like Cyrus here, he looks really, really good. Like his delts look really good, his quads look really good. He's got nice shape, poses well. That side chest really nice. That you know who that reminds me of?
Who?
Ryan. What's Ryan's surname? You know
Ryan.
Ryan. Ryan that was coached by George Osborne.
Oh, Ryan Hale, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, why can't I think of his surname? Ryan Hale, because he hits his most muscular like
Yeah.
that. Um, Obviously Ryan is older and has more muscle. But to be fair, Cyrus looks really good. His back shot here, I can't remember seeing his back in person, but his back doesn't look great compared to his front shots. So his
Yeah.
back does look like it's an area that needs to be prioritized a little bit more. But
And
again, that
also,
might just be because it's the lighting and stuff.
if he's sending through photos, like the first four were all in the same lighting, and then he thought, ah, my back
Yeah,
shot. I sent through a
I'll
different back shot, and even then it looks a little bit weak. Probably
I'll
suggest,
send the back shot in my mum's wardrobe. Is what he thought.
yeah,
Yeah,
taking back shots in his mum's wardrobe.
yeah.
Not for the first time, but for him, yeah,
He's
we
just got undressed from his mum's clothes, and then hit this riddle. We're
exactly.
joking.
His face is weird.
Cyrus is a good guy. He
His
was
face is weird. He's got his mum's makeup all over him as well. He's just dressed up as his mum for the day.
from the front, yeah.
Yeah, from the front. He's even,
Right, come on,
it's her pants.
come on. Let's be serious, okay? We're supposed to be podcast hosts, all
Yeah,
right? So he's competing this year, in later shows. So as a teen bodybuilder competing this year, I would say for now, like really do prioritize rear shots, glutes, hamstrings, adductors. That's what I'd be looking at. To be fair, his hamstrings from the side there look pretty good, but I think that's just how he's posing them. They are weaker than his quads for sure. He trains really well. I know he trains really well from what I've seen and from what Josh has said. Um, so yeah, I'd be saying rating wise, I can't remember what we rated Brandon.
I think we gave him like an 8.5, didn't we?
Did we?
A nine. I'd say for it's one of those like I think if inside out peeled, he looked really good. So I think like 7.5 to 8. I'd say I wouldn't say he's loads worse than Brandon. I didn't see him pose next to him, but I think he's got good shape. He just needs a fair bit more lower
Yeah.
body in all
I'd
poses.
say I'd say seven.
Yeah, okay. I'd say 7.5 would be 7.5, 8, like depending on where he's at. But yeah, I'd say 7 to 8 would be cool.
Right, we've got Jack Hazel, your favourite.
Yeah, I like Jack Hazel. I don't even know why. I just think he's a cool dude.
You liked him from the meetup, didn't you, before?
Yeah, yeah. I think there's certain people, where like I don't know, I can't remember if he shook my hand or if he like makes eye contact when he speaks, but for some reason I just think he's a nice dude. Jack, I think you
Yeah.
sound.
He is a nice dude.
Yeah,
He was obviously at this meetup as well. He came out for like we went and played some pool, had a couple of drinks and stuff. So it was nice chatting with. It's always good chatting with Jack. I remember saying to him after the first meetup, I was like, mate, like you're so confident and you like
yeah,
settled in like straight away. It was class. Like it's very rare that you have somebody like that who is just very like sort of let's say almost quite mature and very confident in themselves to just go up and shake my hand for the first time meeting me and look me in the eye and be like, "Hey mate, like it's a pleasure to meet you." It's
yeah.
like,
That's like
oh,
the impression
like
that I got, and I was
yeah,
like impressed. I was like, sick, cool. Like
yeah.
you're a nice
But
dude.
that should be the norm, shouldn't it? It's weird. You know, when you're a kid and like I was gonna say your mum and dad, your mum introduces you to someone,
Yeah,
you're so nervous, aren't you? You're like, hi, like when you're like 10.
I was always quite good at talking to adults. Like up into, I think
What's changed then?
partners get more
Fucking
anxious.
useless now.
Yeah, we're
No
both
one
the
likes
same.
you. No one
Yeah,
likes
I
you, mate.
know. I just stick to myself now. No one likes me. I just get the outcast because I'm on a podcast with a natural bodybuilder. We're just going for his natural clients. Oh, I'm just the big loaf in the corner.
Not my fault. No one sends you any.
Mate, I
Or
did
you
actually,
just,
I was just more selective than you. I just
yeah, well,
did.
you shouldn't be. That's not the point. The point is
Yeah,
to
I had
help the
like clients that
listeners.
we've already mentioned like 7 times. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing your physique. Sorry. We
Yeah,
sent
but
you.
like you said that about Owen. Owen said he's never been on.
I swear. It might have been George, or whatever. I don't know.
Right, anyway, Jack.
But
Sorry for my cough, guys. 21, 6 foot eagle. Don't know why.
bold.
Why is it 6 foot bald eagle? Yeah. He's not really bald though, is he? Like he shaves
I
his
think he's
head to be
bold out of
bald.
choice. He looks like
Yeah.
he's got a two on top or something. Like he's not, and
Yeah.
he's got fair hair.
93.5 kilos, junior, 1.5 years out. So I am going to premise this as well with I know you were just saying about like, oh, no excuse, people making excuses. But to be fair, Jack has had a bit of a bad month, bless him. He nearly died from an anaphylactic shock in France. And
Oh,
then,
it's so bad.
yeah, exactly. He's been quite bad. To be fair, he didn't take that long to recover from that, but then he's had a bad back injury, which he's like recovering from now. So, yeah, like to be fair, Jack is he's in that position, which is just like I've said to him pretty much in every check-in. I'm like, he's in that position where he probably would benefit from a mini cut, but the time frame isn't the best when we look at when he's looking to prep, because we're looking at like a pre-prep. If you think about it, ideally a pre-prep's going to be maybe about a year before you look to compete. Let's say 3 months. Then you've got about let's say a good 4 or 5 months of gaining, and then you come back down, like into the actual prep. So he's not that far away from going into that pre-prep anyway. So a mini cut isn't really like time wise, isn't really going to be beneficial. But also, like I keep saying to him, like you're kind of ready to mini cut anyway. So for him, it's almost like, especially over these next few weeks, seeing how his training's going, recovering from the back injury, seeing how responsive he is. His body weight's still like trickling up, and his training when he can train like well, he's still pretty good. Like he's still pretty responsive. But if that changes, then we might just end up pulling that pre-prep a little bit sooner, or just having a little bit of a slower and longer pre-prep. And yeah, we've got like different ways that we could do it, but basically he was making like really good progress for like a whole year and then ran into a few issues recently. So that's where he's at.
Decided to eat some nuts just all of a sudden.
Apparently, it's just cashew nuts. So I've got them on his meal plan.
Perfect. What's
Just
his
keep adding
goals
them
when
in.
it comes to competing? Like, is he wanting like where do you have him in regards to like how he does, all that sort of stuff?
Well, it'll still be a junior. I think when he diets down, it'll be obviously you'll be able to see a lot more of the progress that he's made, and I think he has made a lot of progress. Like he is good, but he's still not at the level of like a really really good junior. He's not going to be turning up and winning every single show as a junior, but he's still got plenty of time. He's still got a year and a half before he competes, and like I think he'll be one of those clients because I know he is. He's a very good client. I think he'll be one of those who makes a lot of progress even throughout the prep. When like things start to get a little bit more serious and you start dieting and you start like people either thrive or they start moaning like, oh, this is hard and that's hard. Like I can't see him being that type of individual. I see him being the type that will thrive from it and actually make probably more progress. And you get like what anybody does, you get into a position in a gaining phase where things get a little bit monotonous and get a bit stale and you become a little bit less responsive. And like I say, that's why I keep sort of reiterating to him like, we might be in a better spot soon to just pull back a little bit. But no, I think if you were to ask him, he'd obviously say, "Oh, I want to win," because you should. But I think he's also a pretty mature and level-headed type of person where he'd be like, I think I can be pushing for placings and top threes and maybe winning shows. But if there's people that are better than me, then I have to accept that on the day.
Yeah. That's a good assumption. So physique wise, 7.5, 8. I'd say for a junior. I'd say 7.5. Pretty good.
Yeah, he still just needs more muscle everywhere, especially lower body.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
just from again, like probably being biased, I think from like a confidence standpoint, like if he's as confident as he is in prep, like with how he is like just talking, which again, it doesn't I know it's not the same, but it kind of does show like you can usually tell how people are going to be based off like social settings, interactions, how they are. And like if he's how he is like in other aspects in prep, he would be somebody who 100%, as you said, like would get better in a prep and
yeah,
pretty good. Like that's especially with that within natural bodybuilding. I think a lot of people undervalue that. Like your starting point is important, yeah, but the people that do the best are usually the ones that improve significantly in the prep. Josh Campbell, Jacob Tipper, like two ones were very, very similar.
yeah.
what's his name? JP, 100%. Like got so much better
Yeah.
in the prep, like from his starting point. And obviously JP had a good amount of muscle anyway. But like the
Yeah,
ones
but it
who
was when
really,
people lock in and they
yeah.
just like, here we fucking go. Like yeah, you can for sure grow through most of a
Oh,
prep
Cam's
naturally
their
or not.
fitness. Cam looks awful, and then he gets
Yeah.
6 weeks out, and it's like, oh shit, you look ridiculous, mate. What the fuck? Like
Yeah.
I had Sanaya and my mum being like, Cam looks really good, and I was like, no, he's fat. He looks awful. Like, don't give him any compliments. And all of a sudden, I was like, Cam, you're not fat, mate. You're great. And then goes with everything pretty much. It
Yeah.
happened.
Everything, yeah. Won everything. He's 20%, 20 pounds leaner than everyone.
He did win. He literally won every junior show. He didn't get beat in the junior show. He only got beat in the Open Tokyo, no Tokyo, Korea show against that big UK men's physique guy who's now a PCA pro. I think I don't know if he's a WNBF pro, but he's really good.
Look at this. Sorry, mate. I just realized. Look at this application response video.
Well, mate, 2 out of 10. Sorry.
So he pied me, and then he sent me in his physique shots for rate your physiques. So yeah, probably like a -1. No,
Yeah.
we're joking, mate.
When did you send through the application?
It doesn't say.
Uh,
Um, this is Dex. I don't know what his actual name is. Dex Sage, 22, bodybuilding, 5'9", 75 kilos. To be fair, he's got really nice shape. Got a decent amount of muscle. Posing could be better. Like that side chest could definitely stand up more, like crunching a bit too much into it. A little bit of an imbalance between the lats. I don't know whether that's posing or whatnot. But good lats. Lower body looks like it's lagging a lot in that rear pose. That can definitely be hit a lot better, both in terms of the lower body and the upper
how
body.
low
Like
do boxers go? He's literally done a U in 2022 when you were fat and you pull your boxers all the way up. Like, go
what
look,
that
oh,
versus
look at
that.
that, bro. Just
Yeah.
hide the directors. You can do that on stage. Wear boxers on stage, bro. You'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but like to be fair, he's got quite a long torso as well. Like
Yeah,
his lats do insert quite high. Maybe I think it's a lot of it is how he's hitting that pose. Um, but yeah, like good potential for sure.
yeah,
Good shape,
definitely. Yeah.
good delts, decent chest, good quads, good lats when you can pose them on like a lat spread. Lower body needs, especially like glutes, hamstrings, adductors, which is always quite common. Younger guys, like they're always areas that need to come up. Arms as well, I'd say. Yeah, they get exposed a bit there. Midsection's good.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, so I think I
One,
think
1 out of 10.
yeah, I think if he so weird, isn't it? Like, bro, just reply to Finn saying thanks for the video, thanks for the message. I'm not gonna get it. I can't just get started or whatever. Don't just
Yeah.
dare. Like,
No, mate, it's really not a problem, but
no, it's not a
I'm gonna
problem.
give you a one.
No, no, mate, I've had it plenty of times where people will reapply and I'll be like, hey, mate, thanks for applying for the last one with the message. I'm here
Yeah,
again, saying the same stuff. However, unfortunately, price has gone up. So,
yeah, that is it. It's true, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Again, that's not because of people not replying. It's because
The price has gone up just for
yeah,
you.
yeah, just for you. Everyone else's price is the same. Your price doubled, bro. No, because your price goes up eventually. And like I always say, like if you just replied and got started, you have a cheaper price, bro. What the fuck? So yeah, but no, for his physique sound, like I think you got it now on the head. Like I'd probably say just due to probably his legs needing to be brought up massively from the rear, I'd probably say like maybe a 6, 7 personally, in the
Yeah,
juniors. But I think like he's got potential. Like if you're rating us off potential, if he was to like, max out his strength,
yeah,
like really good. Like I actually say he'd be better than a lot of the other people we probably rated higher long term, but currently he needs a bit of work, which is
yeah.
normal.
Potential's there for sure.
Yeah. Oh
Right,
God,
we've got Matthew
Megatron.
Egerton or Megaton.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I've always called him Megatron.
yeah, Megatron. You got Megatron.
So Megatron. Now for the rate of physiques, can't be too mean as my testosterone is still 1.37 nanomoles. Now, I
F's in the
don't,
chat. F's in the
I
chat.
don't think. Yeah, I was going to say I don't think that's a joke. I think he is being serious.
Oh yeah,
Um, Forgot to say 8 kilos up from the start of the off season. 19, 6'2", natty clearly. Competed as a teen 14 weeks ago. I'm planning to next compete in 2027 as a junior. He was really good as well. Like as a teen, the for being how tall he is and for the amount of muscle he has, which isn't loads for his frame. Like he's not a massive junior, massive teen. Sorry, he was peeled, like in really
Bro
good
was like
condition.
inside out shredded.
Yeah, he was absolutely peeled, and he's still very lean now. So yeah, like this was. awesome work from Matt, and post shows obviously been managed pretty well, but fucking mate, we need to get that test up. Like,
Yeah, no.
I mean, I think
Oh, Finn, you know the scars on his nipples from gyno. Did you see like photos of when he had gyno?
no,
Oh, it was actually like Megatron. Not saying anything bad. It was actually like I've not actually seen gyno like that. So I'm gonna guess it's probably some form of like actual genetic disposition where
yeah,
massively out of whack, which
yeah,
I do actually think goes to show, and this is again getting on a bit of a tangent. You always hear people go about test in line of like putting on muscle, but within natural bodybuilding, like your body will be used to a certain amount of tests. Like him at probably 5 nanomole would probably be like what most people feel like at like 15 to 20 because his body probably would be used to it. Like I can't imagine like if especially if he had gyno and it was like very bad. Like he'd probably be the first one to say it. Like it'd be one of those sort of things where I imagine that like his body's always just been a bit skewed hormonally, and that's probably why he's maybe not in the best of spots now. But it's only 14 weeks. He's still really lean. He was also really, really lean. And
yeah.
like it's one of those sort of things
He
where
was
like,
very lean for a very long time as well,
yeah,
wasn't he? Like,
yeah, it's
I
gonna
remember
take
him
time.
like being pretty peeled from like early days as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like 100%. I'm sure. Again, correct us if we're wrong, mate. But I think I'm sure he would openly speak about it in terms of like the surgery that he's had and having
Yeah.
gyno previously. But yeah, like that is again like Matt's a great example as to somebody who people will just be like, oh, like my test is low, I can't grow, or like, oh, I've got gyno, so like I can't do this, can't do that. Like Matt's already competed, made loads of progress from when I first seen him on socials, and got absolutely peeled, and is managing a post show phase very well, and I think has like other stress going on as well. Because I'm sure I saw something on his Instagram. So fair play, mate. We always have very kind words to say about Matt on the pod. So for a teen, based off like when he competed last year, I think he came fourth.
Sixth or fourth? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think he came fourth at the finals. Um, I'd be in terms of condition, like literally 10. Like he didn't need to be any leaner at any show. Or at least at the shows that I saw him at. Um, Overall like muscularity, like again, he's only a teenager, like he just needs more time to grow. And to be fair, I'd actually say his physique's relatively well balanced.
Hmm.
Like there's nowhere here where you go, yeah, he just needs to be bigger through X or Y. Like he just needs more muscle everywhere. But as
Yeah.
a teen, I'd be saying a good 7.5 last year. Like
Yeah.
moving forwards into juniors 2027, he could be really fucking good.
Yeah. And I think as well, it's quite cool to see like to be a teen and have like your legit stage weight when you're like absolutely stripped. So helpful for data moving forward. Like,
Yeah.
and you'll know the level that you need to get to, and then it gives you a good gauge to work off. So, yeah, like I think Megatron in a few years will be a lot more competitive than what he currently is. He already was competitive, like just based on his condition, which is cool. And I feel like that's actually like quite good to see because a lot of people, as you said, would just be like, "Oh, I've not got this, I've not got that." Get stripped, you'll get rewarded, and like muscularity, he was probably eighth or ninth, I imagine. If it was, I don't know how many he was in the lineup, but he
I
was
don't
doing.
know. Like, but he's still made a lot of progress. Like he's even to get that lean with the muscle that he has is impressive.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got Christopher, 21, 5'7", 66 kilos, junior bodybuilding, trains out of Gym Unity.
How old is
Now,
he?
21. Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Very cool.
I don't know if he has competed recently or
Looks
he's
like he like this look like maybe post show tan, but like he's not like
yeah.
properly lean enough through certain body parts, but then other
Has
body
he
parts.
got? Yeah, he
Yeah.
has competed.
Yeah. From the rear, he looks pretty fucking chiseled. From the front, he looks like he needs a lot more quad, more detail, if anything, but his quads look pretty battered. Um, Shape wise, all right, not the best, not the worst. Muscularity, again, like I feel like a lot of guys just fall in this sort of bracket of like they just need just more everywhere. Like it's not really a body part. Like he could definitely have more detail in his legs, 100%. But like I just think collectively he just needs a good amount of tissue to really maximize that frame. Like front lat spread, you look at that and you think more outer quad, more arm, more lat, definitely more chest. Like even shoulders, like shoulders look pointy. Like there's a lot of things there, which is normal. Like he,
Reese fit, Delt,
yeah, yeah. No, no,
won't he?
No, I've just got ridiculous side delts and no front and rear delts. That's what it is. So like he's actually got some front and rear delts. Just I've only ever trained my side delt. Okay, it's probably scar tissue at this point. So don't worry about
I would also say I don't think he suits hitting a vacuum.
that. Yeah, I think he probably better crunching. Like his midsection doesn't come in, does it? Like
No, because his waist is like similar sort of width to his rib cage. So
yeah,
I don't think try it without like it might not look any better, but it's worth giving it a go without a vacuum. But yeah, for a junior bodybuilder, it looks as though he's already competed. I'd be saying a six.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
But yeah, just need more muscle everywhere. I wouldn't really pinpoint, specific areas. Um, yeah, just more everywhere.
yeah,
This is I think you pronounce it Amika.
yeah.
Do you remember this guy? He used to train. He used to go to Loughborough Uni. He
I know.
trained at Dynamite a couple of times, and I think he trained at Purgy maybe a couple of times as well. But I always remember like being like, "All right, mate." Like we always thought you say hello and followed each other on socials. And then he was coached by Tim for a while. I'm sure he competed, or he was gonna compete. Maybe he did compete, but Tim was coaching him. I can't remember. Let us know, mate, either way. But yeah, 27, 6'2", 94 kilos. He's really fucking good.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
He's and like again, he's not even really posing properly. But like his quads are really good. He could
Calves are
definitely
good.
open up his his calves are good. Could open up his lats
No, no,
more
no.
for sure.
I'm hating on his cut. To the rear shot, his calves need to be a lot better in comparison, I'd say. Yeah, definitely. Calves could be a fair bit improved. Fantastic glutes there. Um,
He has got good glutes.
what's his name? What's his name
I
again?
think it's Amika. I'm
Mika.
sure that I'm
Any
sure he's
chance of
got.
selling those boxer shorts? Like, ever getting rid of them? Like, you've gone quite like wedged up there. Like, maybe wedge them a bit
Let us
higher.
know.
Yeah, let us know.
Anyway, so yeah, back's really, really good. Posing could be a lot better. Delts and arms are great. Chest is good. Midsection's good. Quads are good. Probably could do with more through the hamstrings. Probably a little bit more through the adductors. Calves, I think calves look decent from the front. They just insert quite high. Um, but yeah, they could. Most people's calves could always be better. They don't get judged anyway, so it's not really doesn't really matter. Nobody should even train calves because they don't get judged. Um,
You missed that. You should have been saying, "Oh, calves are so important. I would have won every show if I had calves." Lee
yeah, that's
told me I
true.
would have
Yeah.
won. If I had calves, I would have won, but I was missing a body part, so I got a zero.
To be fair, nobody ever said that like, your calves are letting you down. There's always other areas, so my calves must be great.
I
When you take you
remember,
got
I
to take the
remember,
judges' feedback on
nah, man, I
board.
just remember you walking out at Fitex and
Yeah,
somebody
I remember. I
said,
don't want to hear it.
yeah,
I
no,
don't
saying that
care.
you looked like you had legs from a female, like on the beach.
I don't want to know. Yeah, posing could be better, and that would probably make like side delts look better here, lats look better. But yeah, mate, you're really good. You're really good. I just can't remember if he did compete or not. I feel like he
Yeah.
did, but I just can't remember.
Really? Turn up at a naturals like first time as if he's natural. Yes,
He
he
is.
did.
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn up at like PCA naturals and do the first timer class, bro. And congratulations, you've won like considerably, like easily. So yeah.
Yeah, he is very good. So yeah, I mean, he's 27, but still,
Mm.
that's my age. Um, so yeah, I would say for a first timer bodybuilder, like 9, 10. But if he has competed, which I feel like he has, still like 8.5.
Yeah. I'd say 8.5, no less. Like, that'd be 8.5 to 9.
That back shot's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got Carlos, friend of the podcast, coached by Christian. His name's coached by Carlos. That's not his actual name. I think his name's just Carlos. 32. So he's just washed by now. 5'8", 210 pounds. Classic BB short. Or classic B slash short, sorry. Um, do you want to take this one?
Sure. Yeah. I saw him when he last competed or last got peeled. Made a good amount of improvement since. Pretty sound to be fair. It's got good amount of tissue, good balance. Yeah, obviously it's a bit more challenging to see because obviously it would be interesting to see how he looks when he comes down because obviously like condition here isn't bad, but it's not great for like obviously what he'd need to be to be in stage condition. But to be like able to hit some of these shots with obviously like a off-season sort of like visual, especially through his midsection, is quite cool. Glutes are fucking massive, eating the absolute.
Yeah.
literally eating his trunks. Like you're not going to be able to get them off. He has to sleep in them, keep them on consistently till show. Like, he's never going to take them off. But yeah, so they're definitely you're pushing the limit on those trunks. Like if I was him, I probably wouldn't be checking in those. I'd probably be checking in boxes because they do look a little bit tight. But yeah, I think pretty sound. I think his back needs to be a bit better. I think to be fair, he just needs a little bit more tissue everywhere. Like his quads are like from the rear, like look quite like they sweep a lot, but then from the front, I think they look good in some poses, and then in others they don't look the best.
Yeah, I think his front and rear shots, like his legs from the front and from the rear look pretty good, but that I think that side shot,
Yeah,
but I think that's just posing.
yeah. I think it looks like more so posing because when you actually assess each body part, they look relatively sound. Like, there's not really one that
His
I'm like,
quads look good.
yeah, his quads look really good in some shots, and then others I'm a bit like, oh, they could look a little bit better. I think maybe biceps, like just want to peak, like maybe a bit more peak. Like I think probably can tell maybe in like that, yeah, like that
Yeah,
shot. If you imagine like his front delt, you'd imagine you want the bicep a little bit higher than the front delt, which again posing, but he's got his elbow higher, so probably a little bit more bicep peak. But if anything, like again, he just needs to be adding a bit more outer quad, just classic sort of criteria. Outer quad, bit more hamstring, definitely not as much glute. Don't train glutes, bro. And then just do literally a little bit more bicep work. Chest wise, I think his chest looks pretty sound. Go back to the side chest. Let's see how his chest looks on that side chest. Yeah,
that's
chest looks
good.
good. Yeah, chest
I'd
really good.
say, yeah, his arms on that, arms and the side leg, but we think posing.
Yeah,
His arms and yeah, maybe his back, but I think again that's how he's posing that. Like, because
yeah,
his rear relaxed, his back looks good.
yeah. I
So I
agree.
think it's just literally posing tweaks. His rear lat spread, his back looks good.
Yeah.
Arms and posing tweaks. To be fair, he does message me about my arms quite a lot. So yeah, if you want a arm ebook, Carlos, then just send me a trunks. Okay. Um, so I'd say he didn't compete, did he? He got lean and
Yeah, I can't
then
remember if it. I just
stopped the
remember
prep.
taking the field. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we don't need to go into that. I don't know why he stopped the prep, but either way, I would. Yeah, I'm going to give him a eight.
Yeah. I'd say yeah, eight would be a sound rating.
Okay, this is Zacharias. Hey Finn, you know I love your podcast. Your
Cool.
podcast.
No,
So I just have to get my physique rated, and don't be nice.
this
So
is the real podcast.
this is the
Finn.
guy that beat Butcher's Wet Dream in the open class at the Europeans. So I won't be nice. I really won't be nice. There he is. Look. To be fair, he's really good. He's got a really nice physique, posed well. To be fair, it was close between him and Matt. Like, I think, was it?
If he has a if he has like glutes, hamstrings, and a back, then probably isn't that close, I'd say.
Matt's got glutes. Matt's got really good glutes and hamstrings. He's not got back. He's getting there
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Um, no, to be fair, Zacharias was good. Very good. I'm just trying to remember. So his brother is a junior, but he's not. So
Mm.
Matt beat his brother in both classes. I think his brother came second and then third, and then Zach obviously won the open class. So yeah, to be fair, his physique's very good. I mean, his back here looks like it could definitely improve. His delts and arms are great, like really fucking nice. Like they look awesome. Glutes and hamstrings are good. Front shot's really nice again, like delts, arms, chest, nice and bubbly. Quads good, good detail from the side. Again, condition was great. So yeah, mate, I know you said don't be nice, but I mean, to be fair, you've got a good physique. There's not that much to pick apart. I think just over the off season, just more everywhere. I wouldn't really put too much sort of focus else. Like I wouldn't prioritize elsewhere than the back. Like everywhere, needs to grow, of course. Like but the back just a bit more focus. It might just be that pose. I can't really remember his back shots when he competed against Matt. Probably because I was looking at Matt's like, oh,
Oh.
Matt,
Matt,
Matt.
turn to the front. Turn back to the front.
Now, to be fair, Matt's back looks awesome on a twisting rear double.
Yeah,
Like he looks like he's got a lot more muscle through his back on that than when he hits obviously some of his back shots. But his back is improving. So yeah, I'd give. To be fair, I mean he's
he's like
got
a
pro card.
he's like a 9.5, 10, like personally.
Yeah, mate, he won the PNBA pro card. So
Mm.
for classic, I'd give him a nine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we've got Ben, one of my clients. I'll have to zoom in on the shots. A conglomeration of photos for Rate Your Physiques. 21, 5'7", 80 kilos, category not sure. So, to be fair, like he would be obviously within bodybuilding or classic. I would, for now, like just say bodybuilding. But he still needs time to keep growing. But he's doing really well, to be fair. He's Ben. He's in a good spot. He's a lovely guy as well. He came to meet up and met him for the first time at the weekend. Really nice guy, doing really, really well. Got really good quads.
Where's he
Um,
from?
he trains at Physique Architect. He's moved there recently, so he's from like down south, Surrey way, near Surrey. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Sorry if I've got that wrong.
Great.
Oh
So,
God. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that, and then I did it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to say it.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean these shots aren't great because like that's kind of like side on. But yeah, like that's pretty good. Like I say, he's got good quads. He's got good side delts. He's got pretty sort of complete physique. He just needs to be bigger everywhere. Like he's quite well put together, quite compact. He's like a good height for bodybuilding. Like say like 5'7". Um, but yeah, just needs more everywhere really. So yeah, what are your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I think you've again summed it up pretty well. That's good. Needs more tissue, but looks like he's in a productive position. And if he's a nice chap, I trust your judgment. So yeah, sound.
He's a nice chap. That gives you an extra point 0.5 rating for being a nice chap.
Yeah,
Um, for now, I'll give him a 7.
yeah, yeah. I'd say Sam would be a good shout. We got Mikey now. Mikey, lovely chap.
Your
Nine.
best mate. You
Hey
love
Sam.
Mikey.
He was really respectful. He came up to me and he was like, "Reese, can I have like a chat?" And I was like, "Sure. I'm training arms. You're more than welcome." So and he was like, he said twice, like, "I don't want to keep you." And I was like, "Bro, I'm training arms. It's fine." Like I
His
literally.
sound is Mikey.
Yeah, no, he was
Um,
chatting to me about last year. Obviously, the prep that wasn't a prep that was a
yeah,
prep, all that sort of stuff. Look, like training tech top looked ridiculously good. Like
he is,
delts look
mate.
good, arms
He's
are great.
he's really good.
Yeah.
Obviously posed with everybody, and yeah, he's fucking good, man.
Who was
Um,
the? You know, if there was an overall like out of the pose, who would have won? Like, who would have been the top three?
can't say.
Why can't you say?
Don't
Because did
wanna.
Josh go, Finn? Am I your best? Did I win? And you were like, Josh, just relax, bro. He's like,
Josh
no.
Campbell. Josh wouldn't be like that. Josh isn't like that at all.
But
Josh posed with Sonny, and to be fair, it was a good battle.
who won?
Um,
So,
Josh is leaner than Sonny, so Josh won some poses just based on that, but Sonny is bigger than Josh on the whole.
and
So,
Josh
but
can't gain weight, so it's like
Josh will never gain above 80 kilos.
Josh will be doing teens in 10 years. Like that's Josh and Pete. Said this to
Um, no, I won't say like. So basically, I did 5 people first that
you.
were competing that are going to be competing this year, which was Ed, Mikey, Owen, Kyle, and Drew. And then I moved Kyle out because Kyle's a little bit below those guys, which he'd be happy to admit. And he's still competing this year, but it's his last year as a junior and he wants to see how he gets on. He's doing great. He's making loads of good progress already. Um, then brought the G in, and I put the G straight into the middle. So Ed lost his head. No, he didn't. I'm joking. But I put the G into the middle, and Brandon's really fucking good. But like, so is Ed, so is Drew. Drew for a teen has so much muscle. Like he looks as big as Brandon and Ed. Like he's got what 4 years. He's 4 years younger than him, something like that. Mikey's really really good. Owen is good, but Owen was obviously because he's shorter. He gets outsized by most people just from like a height standpoint as well. Um, but still like held his own with those other bigger guys. And then later on, it was like Sonny and Josh because well, Josh is looking at next year, but Sonny's just competed last year, so they're good. And then obviously other people pose along the way, like Charlie Bentley's really good, Owen Tennant's really good. Um, nobody recognised Owen because he's like
Mate,
obviously
I said the same. He started speaking
yeah.
to me. I coach a lad who trains at a gym nearby him, and he was like telling me about him. And he was like, "Oh, I'm Owen." And I was like, "Owen." I was like, "No, you're not." He was like, "Yeah, no one's recognized me." I was like, "No, no." I was like, "I've never seen anyone who looks so different." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "What have you done? Have you like new hair? Have you like what?" Yeah, crazy.
He's just put on a lot of weight, which is sound. He's actually looking really good now. He put on a lot of weight post show quicker
Oh
than he
yeah,
wanted
wasn't he
to.
like 10 kilos up or something in like 2 weeks or something
I
like
can't
crazy?
remember exactly what it was. But like obviously with that, he's learned a lesson of like his appetite wasn't very good. His digestion went like he's been having digestive issues for a while now, so we've pulled back. Um, it's almost like you don't want to just because they've gained too quickly post show and then like digestive issues start. You don't want to go right. You need to diet because it's like we're still not even recovered
You
yet.
have to
Like
limit him.
yeah, yeah. But he's recovered well and he's in a mini cut now and he's looking really good. But yeah, he's obviously not as tanned. He's got longer hair and he's got a beard. So like people only saw him when he didn't have a beard, or I don't think he did, and he wasn't anywhere near as tanned. Obviously, he was very tanned back then. Sorry. So yeah, he looked a lot different. Anyway, sorry, Mikey, we've just left you standing there. This is live as well. He's actually doing a live pose in there. He's posed like a
Right,
statue.
Mikey, quarter turn to the right.
Oh no, no, that's not that. That's a front double, mate.
Oh, look, front double, front double.
And front lat spread. There you go. Yeah, nice. Rear lat spread, please. Oh no, that's a side chest,
Oh,
Mikey.
oh, side chest. Oh, there
Anyway,
you go.
so Mikey is competing this year. He is prepping at the minute for the WMBF novice show because he's competed before as a junior, yeah, junior under a different coach a couple of years ago. And he's Mikey's really good. Like he's got a really good physique, but there's just certain parts that are just like not quite there yet. Like if his whole physique was as good as his quads, he'd have like a pro level physique. Like he's really good. If his whole physique was as good as, let's say, his probably is like his like you say his delts and arms when he was in a tank, like looks really fucking good. His back's really good. His delts here, look, his delts are pretty mad. So yeah, like he is very good, but he's got some areas like his just overall maturity. His chest is decent, but could be better. His lats from the front can be better. They do insert quite high. But yeah, his quads are great. His hamstrings have come on a lot. They're a lot better than they used to be. His glutes are better, but still can definitely be improved. But yeah, he's very good. He'll be good this year. I think for a junior, I'd be saying like a good. I'd say an 8.
Yeah. I'd say eight, 8.5. Like, I think especially considering like how much, not tissue he's got, but like how his muscle looks when he's peeled, I think it will look like pretty
Yeah,
cool.
his quads are crazy.
Yeah.
Like in person as well, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, I'll let you take Pavel or Powell. Do you
23
know
years
this
old.
guy?
I do not know. Do you know?
Don't you?
I recognize his name, but I don't know. Who is
You
he?
might. He competed last year, did UK shows as well as obviously some shows like in Poland. I think he did the. Well, yeah, this is the WMBF Poland. I'm sure. Yeah, I think he did. He might have gone to Worlds. Can't remember. But either way, he's yeah. Look, in the UK they said I'm 172 centimeters. In Poland, I'm 175. It's the altitude, bro. That's what it is,
Very heavy stage weight for his height. Like, obviously he's natty.
mate. He's huge.
Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's incredibly heavy for someone who's this high. Yeah, really, really good. I'm gonna be honest. He looks about 35. No doubt. Like, how are you a fucking junior still? Crazy. Also needs to stop pinning his hamstrings. That right hamstring. Needs to stop pinning it, bro, with L-carnitine or something. Whatever you natural guys are doing. But yeah, crazy. Really, really good. If like imagine seeing this dude like apply and you've got like let's say you just see it, it's like right, 23, 80, probably what, 85, 90 kilos, and maybe off season 95 kilos. Sends you photos like this, you're like, okay, cool, got a pro. Like, yeah, really, really good.
I don't think he didn't win a pro card this year
No,
though.
but I mean in the way of like one more prep or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
he's great. He's really good. He's a really nice guy as well.
he was to go if he was to travel the world and do different WNBF
Oh,
shows.
he could have definitely won a pro card
Yeah,
this
like
year.
he
Yeah.
looks like a pro natural bodybuilder at this point, which is like fucking pretty sick. Like I say he looks like pro. I think in like the checking photos, he actually looks like there's a lot of improvements that could be made, but he looks fantastic. Shape's really good. Insertions are really nice, like quads insert really well, like density as well. Looks nice. I think posing probably could open up a little bit, like obviously one shoulder slightly higher, one shoulder slightly lower. But like yeah, really, really good. First time I've ever seen this dude.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'll drop him a follow now actually while I remember because he looks class.
yeah, he's great. He's a nice guy as well, really nice guy. I know I'm sure he's been like listening to the podcast for probably a good, maybe, well, quite a while, couple of years, I imagine. I'm not sure exactly, but I know he's a fan of the pod. So thank you as always, mate. And yeah, like as Reece said, in terms of like the potential is huge. You know, you're already very, very good. So I imagine next time that you do compete, it probably will be that you do get a pro card. If I don't think you got one this year. I'm sorry if you did, but I feel as though you didn't.
I'm on his page now. He doesn't have, he got WNBF Junior in Poland, WNBF, so first place, then a second in open bodybuilding. So junior he won, he got second in open, and then in UK he got third in open bodybuilding short.
Yeah, that was the class that Sonny did, and Sonny came like sixth. So it shows you how that class was a
That
joke. Like,
Anthony Campbell guy won that.
yeah, he did. That was the best he looked all year.
Yeah.
He did look good on that day. He looked good every time he competed, but that was the best I saw him.
Weird because I would probably say, like, off assumption, I'd probably have this dude looking like he would beat Anthony personally.
Yeah, but Anthony's just like got that maturity and that condition. He was like absolutely peeled that day.
Let's call a spade a spade. He's a black dude. Like, he's very good genetically, very good shape, very good insertions.
Yeah,
That's what
there's
it is,
no
mate. That's
didn't do any work.
no, no, I'm not saying that. You described everything that you like. Black genetics. Sometimes you just can't beat
No,
them.
no, he. But that I actually think Anthony on that day looked the best I've ever seen him look. Like he's really good, but that day I was like, shit, yeah, he looked mid today. Because I'd seen him. He did a lot of shows across the season, but yeah, Pavel's like a 9.5, 9,
Yeah, I agree.
really good. Well, for a junior, he's a 10.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
For
but
a natty bodybuilder, he's a 9
yeah,
for an open.
yeah.
Last one
Sure thing.
or last? Let's do last. Should we do last three?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll speed run 'em. We got Marley.
Marley Arms. Trains at EP. I believe he's coached by Dante, I think. Let us know if that's incorrect, mate. 22, 192 pounds, 175 centimeters natty. I have a feeling he might be competing. I'm not sure. I might be completely wrong. Either way, get your trousers off, mate.
Yeah. Trousers off, please.
Yeah, unless you're doing men's physique, in which case you don't need to take your trousers off. Um, but yeah, I mean, for 22, got a decent amount of muscle. Obviously, we've shown you after Pavel, who's like 20, what, 22, 23.
Yeah,
So
like this is like it's like a lead balloon.
yeah,
Like,
that's just us. That's us being. That's like yeah. We can't help the order, but that's like nobody wants to follow Pavel. Um, but yeah, he's got a decent physique, decent amount of muscle. Be good to see how his lower body's looking. Be good to see some more poses. Obviously, that's just like a transitional pose. But yeah, like to be fair, similar to a lot of the younger guys that will say like just need more muscle, and I imagine probably need more through the legs if they're not being shown as well.
yeah, spot on. I'd probably say what for a junior, 6, 5, 6.
Yeah, yeah.
Junior.
Jay, 26, classic physique, competed once. This was my favourite look at 7 weeks out. This is when he got beat by Divine, and then I can't remember that guy's name. Trains out of
Oh,
Future
yeah,
Fitness.
yeah. He's a real nice dude.
Yeah, was coached
Adam,
by Lewis,
is
I
it
think,
Adam?
wasn't he?
Adams S, I think his name is.
Is that anyway? He looked really really good.
He was
So
hilarious.
does
Yeah, he
Owen.
came up to me after, after he won, or he won a class or got set. I think he won a class. I can't remember. He came up to me after he got a trophy, and it might have been the second. And he was like, "Oh my God, I did not expect that. I thought I was going to get last." And he was like stunned. He was like, "Didn't even think I'd get on stage, mate." He goes, oh, he said after, he was like, "I'm going out for an Indian tonight, mate. Buzzing." I was like, "Sound, man. See you later,
That's
bro."
good. That I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's just like he was
That's
proper
the
calm.
mindset that a lot of people need to adapt rather
Yeah,
than putting so much pressure on every single day and instead just enjoy it and do your best. Make sure that you stick to the plan and see what happens.
yeah,
That's it. But yeah, 26 competed. This was a look at seven. This was my favorite look at 7 weeks out. Maybe push condition a little much. Oh yeah, so the photos he sent, I think, are 7 weeks out, and then this was obviously the show day. Um, but yeah, that was obviously like Divine won that literally just based on his shape. Like obviously he wasn't in condition. I know Adam was like maybe not the happiest with his condition on the day because of things that had happened before. Um, but regardless, like Divine still is great. He's got great shape and ridiculous potential. But yeah, so yeah, that's Jay. And then we've got these ones here. So he looks really good, to be fair. I don't remember seeing him. I don't think I was able to watch this class for whatever reason. Like, I definitely didn't see this class. Um, but yeah, he's got really good quads. Like, look at his quad on the side leg there. Really good quads, good glutes and hams. Front relax are
Chest.
really nice.
Shape good. Chest needs to be a fair bit better. Chest, delts, and arms, I'd probably be saying, just to kind of accentuate kind of classic and how things are.
Yeah,
Yeah, really, really good shape. Like you literally, I say this all the time. You can tell in a classic bodybuilder and how they hit a front relax. Like if your waist comes in when you hit like a vacuum, cool, you're classic, and his does, and it does really well. And then his quad sweep. So yeah, like really, really nice. Like this guy, if he adds a good amount of tissue and maybe doesn't push himself like over diets, and like I don't know, I don't know how he obviously looked on stage in detail, but these photos, like 7 weeks out, he looked really, really good.
yeah. Maybe he was a little bit over dieted there, like through his delts and arms. Maybe he looks like he's only half in the pose there as well, though. But not quite as much of a pop. Like he doesn't look as fresh, obviously, 7 weeks later than he did there.
He looks like his
Um,
lap like got ate away quite a lot. But then again,
yeah, but
like how he's opening up there, like it could be just a case of posing. Like classic is very like posing driven as well. So practice your posing, mate. Maybe don't
yeah,
overdiet and add some meat to your chest, delts, and arms, and you'll be very good. Maybe lats as well.
yeah, definitely lats as well. Um, give him a 8.
Yeah, I'd say eight. Potential to be a bit better.
Yeah. Okay, last one for today. This is Ivy. This is Dan Miles's girlfriend, who is one of Noah's clients. Not Ivy. Dan is one of Noah's clients. She competed last year under Ben Evolution Training
Hmm.
and did bikini. 21, 5'4", 105 pound stage weight, junior bikini. I think I just did the screenshots. So I think yeah, she did a PCA show, came second, and then did the two row show. Don't remember where she placed at the two row show, but I remember just sort of thinking last year, like she's got good shape, she's got good potential. She just needs more time, just needs more muscle, like even for bikini. But like posing and everything looks pretty good. I know she works with Sanaya, the posing. She's just been at the posing workshops at Be Modified and stuff before with Sanaya. But yeah, like from these shots, I mean these ones are probably the best two because they're front on, they're all a little bit side on, so it's a bit hard to tell. But these ones that are front on, I'd say generally for bikini, like just a bit more through side delt glute. Other than that, like I mean, it's hard to say in terms of like lats from this pose especially, but you could definitely have more lat here just to sort of create that extra shape. Side delts, lats, glutes, as it always is for bikini. Um, but again, only 21, so plenty of time to make those improvements.
Yeah. Well, I was doing some research, mate. Sorry. I
What are you researching?
Mate, I'll tell you about it afterwards. I just panicked because I was like, oh, this isn't good. It's nothing about Ivy. It's about something you said a moment ago. I'll tell you about it afterwards because it's not something I should be saying on a public thing. Apologies. For a podcast that has zero filter, this actually does need a filter. So,
Really? Wow,
yeah,
must be really bad.
nothing. If Ivy's watching this, Ivy applied for coaching with me like 2, 3 years ago. I think she went for Ben Evolution training.
Yeah, I've already said that, mate. I've already
Oh,
told you.
sorry. I've been researching, mate, since you said something, which if you put the stamps together, you'd be able to know. But no one would actually know why I was researching it. But yeah, I think Ivy's posed by Sanaya. I remember Sanaya saying, no, no, mate, I'm sorry, I'm saying the same sort of stuff. But I know that Sanaya said she wasn't the most confident and she like beat herself up a bit posing wise, but I don't know how she was on stage. But I think they nailed it by the end. But I remember Sanaya going like, oh, she like crumbles a bit and then it sort of like gets to her. And like she didn't seem the most confident, like when I've like not seen her, but like what from what I've heard. So obviously setting up physique, appreciate it. You look really good. Just need to be a bit better. And then yeah, sound. I'll tell you about me. And this I've put two and two together, and I almost thought, Finn, you're in trouble there, but it's not. Luckily, you're not in trouble.
I'm confused. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up there.
Yeah, sound. Great outro.
So we've still got quite a lot
Yeah,
to go through, guys.
Part three
Oh,
coming soon.
not doing that, guys. No chance.
Oh yeah, no chance.
Or
He's the
that
only
guy.
person who take gear who's
Definitely,
like natural.
definitely not doing that, guys.
Yeah. Right, that's that. Hope everyone's enjoyed. Please say a nice word for Finn in the comments because Finn has grinded to get himself here tonight. He's climbed out of bed and got into his chair, and therefore he's doing the podcast. So Finn, congratulations for making it all the way through.
Thanks, mate. It's tough. Tough
Yeah.
work.
Last time we ended it by saying we overstayed our welcome because I got sent it multiple times that my dad has been what was it? Like the urn. What did you do to the salmon?
You said your salmon. I was like, I need to go. And you were like, why? Your salmon's in the oven or something? I was like, yeah, it's going to be cremated like your dad.
Yeah. That's how we ended the last one. I got sent that like multiple times. I got sent it by a guy that doesn't even follow me, and he's like, "Ah, it's so funny." I'm like, "Cheers, bro. My dad's dead. Thanks for that." I made it really awkward. I was like, "Cheers, mate. Thanks for that." Speaking about awkward, you know that Josh with like 8 H's.
Yeah.
You know, he commented on my the post about me being a natural bodybuilder. He was like, "Gosh, you've aged," and I just put thanks, mate. And I sent him a voice note being like, and I was completely taking the piss. I was with Storm, and I was like, "Bro, I was like defending you, being like, yeah, he looks great, like he's started out." Meanwhile, you're just commenting on my post saying I've aged. Like, what the fuck, bro? And then I just was like, look, man, I had your back, and you're out here out to get me. I was like, I said Finn was going to give you a 2 out of 10. I agree. What is that? And then he messaged me like reply that messaged me about an hour later being like, hey mate, hope you're all good. I didn't actually mean it to cause any offense. I was like, for fuck's sake. Oh, great.
All right.
Cool. Right,
That's it.
everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah, that's it. Down. Like, comment, subscribe. Part three coming soon if we can be bothered. Because we're not doing two of these. We're not doing three of these in a row. We're back to our normal ones for Thursday. And then yeah, we'll leave it there. Right. Bye bye. See you later, guys.